Okay. Good evening, everyone. Welcome, welcome back to our Rise of the Runelords Pathfinder game, where last week our party of adventurers made it to the top of the Shadow Clock and took care of their goals. So, at the beginning of last week, Edge had initiated a fight between the four faceless stalkers that were responsible for cutting down the the tower's bells in an attempt to hinder the party, prevent them from reaching the top, possibly even killing them. With the rest of the group not that far behind, everybody made it up there, and even though Edge took more hits than he'd probably like, the party, all of you, made relatively short work of the faceless stalkers, including one kind of funny moment where Dino uh, basically dropped one of them 100 feet down to the floor and then chased him down to finish the job. After that, you guys continue to climb, scaling the outer supports of the tower. This is when Cade received a vision where their shadow began to speak to them. It was a mysterious female voice that basically said that they were going to be observing Cade for the time being, and that they should always keep their mind's eye open to decipher the illusions in front of them. At the top of the tower, Edge and Dino went in first to kind of scout the room. They spotted a couple more faceless stalkers. Eventually, there was a third one that revealed itself. And then the fight began when Zanisha herself um, broke her invisibility by attacking. And then after sort of a back and forth battle that had Zanisha oftentimes targeting Chomper with different spells, a couple of charms. She tried to petrify him at one point. Cade managed to sort of disbelieve the demon that was flying around above in some clouds, and through really just a combined effort from everybody, two of the stalkers went down, and then you guys focused your efforts on Zanisha, eventually defeating her as Dino had turned into an Allosaurus and unleashed a flurry of attacks against her. With one more stalker left, you guys kind of just ganged up on him and beat him down. Um, he was essentially dismembered and then thrown off the tower by Dino, landing on the cobblestone street below. Finally, all of you took to collecting the loot. Ursulin found a keyring on Zanisha, which was used to then open up all of these chests in the southern part of the room. Um, they contained a lot of coins, as well as there was another chest full of gems, and there was also a few magic items, which have all been divided up and added to your sheets, weight included, everything. Um, Anything that gives boosts, I've added that as well. Um, we also ended with Edge getting his vision of defeating his red dragon nemesis on the streets of Sandpoint with the help of a hooded figure that called themselves Shroud. So we pick up from everyone collecting and claiming loot. You were all still at the top of the tower. Um, there's still some sunlight coming in from the outside, although it remains overcast, so it's not particularly bright in here. Um, so, what does everybody want to do?
Right. Just remind me, do we have the handout for the note in the journal? I can't
You
seem to find it.
you should. It's handout 2-7.
It's there.
I do have it
Oh, I
set to
see it.
be visible by everybody.
All
So
right, I see Shadow of Time. So let me read this. He mentioned the location of what was it called? You're always welcome to Turtleback Ferry.
yeah, Turtleback Ferry and Fort Rannoch were the major locations listed in the letter.
Would we know which one is closer?
That would be a knowledge geography check for whoever is trained. Let me
We need to find our way to one of these places and learn more about them.
pull up my own map here so I can.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, what are we trying to figure out?
Where Fort Rannoch and Turtleback Ferry.
Oh, well, those two places can suck it at the moment.
Jesus.
Got more important things to deal with. For example, I'm going over to my two Trolldons, and I'm going to thank them for all their help.
Okay.
Because they only last a few rounds. They only last about 7 rounds.
What do you miss?
Where this person is who's like Sinisha's brother, sister, what have you. They're still up to something, so we need to head to those two locations. Whichever one comes first. It says Fort Rannoch should be in our control by the time we receive this letter. Yeah, we need to go information hunting. Find out what's happening about Turtleback Ferry and what's happening with Fort Rannoch.
True, but for now, I want my trophy.
Wait, what's that?
I point to Sandisha.
Oh. I'm saying this out of character, but okay.
Well, there you go. I want Zanisha as my trophy.
Alright.
So, just to kind of maybe answer the question here, even though no one's made a check, I don't really mind answering. Turtleback Ferry is a pretty good distance to the northeast from Sandpoint. It is across the Ember Lake, and then depending on which way you decide to go, you could be going around or through the Malgorian Mountains, or the Sanos Forest. The town of Turtleback Ferry is along the Skull River.
Right, I'll say just out of like for brevity's sake that we probably went back to the inn after Dina was done scalping and asked around about it.
Okay. Fort
Speaking of which,
Rannoch,
can
by
I
the
roll
way,
for,
is a bit further north from Turtleback Ferry.
Right, let me see.
So as my profession, I have butcher. Can I use that?
Yeah, you can use that.
Alright, but first, as a word that Edge is very accustomed to by today, guidance.
What are you attempting to harvest, by the way?
I'm gonna say the snake part of her and her head.
The snake part of her is literally her entire bottom half of her body.
Yes,
How are you gonna carry that?
I have Chomper.
Alright, fair enough.
All right.
21.
So
Wait,
yeah,
here's a question. Are you skinning her lower half of her body just for her scales? Or are you literally taking her like funk meat and bones and flesh
Like, you know
and scales
how,
and what have you?
the visual I got
like,
from his
way,
description was like Dexter like hacking into pieces, but
That's what I did too, but I wanted to check.
I want her stuffed, essentially.
oh, okay.
Okay. Cade just looks at you and just kind of goes, "Sure." Just wasn't sure. Just wanted like the scales because those seem like they'd be
So in that case,
worth something.
in that
I
case
just
your butcher check would just be to like disembowel her and remove the innards, which you do pretty skillfully.
oh shit.
Some of it is
Cade's just gagging in the corner.
some of it's a bit touch and go, given that you're not intimately familiar with the anatomy of a lamia, but
True, but she's still a reptile to an extent, and those are my specialty.
you
Edge take notes.
you do manage it, and
Yeah.
you You now have one dead Zanisha that you
This
can
is
you can
this is
now
morbid.
you can now take with you.
Oh God.
Who said the horror
Jennifer, do
elements
me a
had to end
solid.
with this part of the campaign? You know.
Hey, you know Dito's character by now. If something has value on a dead person, he's going to take it.
Yeah.
Oh god, I just realized freaking if we show the taxidermied corpse of whoever's relative Zanisha's is, they're going to lose their goddamn mind.
Oh, that's gonna be funny, and I hope it happens.
Oh God.
I
Alrighty,
can't
okay.
wait for that. And yeah, there are quite a few members of this party that are just like, ooh, shiny on a dead body. I want it. Like,
Mm.
it ain't just Dino.
Like
No,
I said,
it's not. Those
Ed-
ones.
Edge takes notes because dragon. Anyway, so yeah, we take this.
One more time.
That's another thing I can't wait to show you guys later on in the campaign. This little score sheet tracker that I have for a specific thing.
I was about to say, so is there
The
a
number of guidance rolls that we've used?
No, there's no way I could keep count of that.
is there a safe way for us to get down from
If-
here?
If we ever wanted to kill our viewers, I would say tonight we're gonna play a drinking game. Take a shot every time Dino uses guidance.
Oh, that would be fun. Can we do that one day?
Sure, yeah, I'm down. We'll all be dead.
Am
but-
I
I would
okay?
legitimately
to-
force
we'd all be
everyone
dead.
to have roleplay sessions and skill challenges.
That'll
out of
be
spite of our
that'll be for
I-
the in-person game. We just
Oh,
mean-
by the way,
Paige-
that reminds
I'll
me. I found
kill
a
you
cool
all.
drinking game at Comic Con. It's a card game. It's a card drinking game. You draw a card. You each play a card to make rules, and whoever the last person standing is.
nice. Okay, so to try and get myself back on track here, as far as whether there is a safe way down, you can go back the way you came.
This wasn't particularly safe. I mean, there's some parts did break off on our way up here, didn't they?
Oh yeah, yeah. The bell, one of the bells would have taken out a couple of the stairs. Not like a ton of damage. Nothing that's like totally unmanageable for you guys, but yeah, the way down would be a little bit more treacherous than the way up. Let me see here. So Dream can fly. He can also hit someone with Featherfall. Only one person though.
Don't suppose he's got a freaking what's that word? Zanisha had an elevator around here, did she?
No, Zanisha was rather adept at climbing the face of
Oh.
the tower.
Alright, I guess
I don't
back
have
the
any
way
wild shapes left, so
back the way we came.
We gotta go all the way down the stairs. Who's carrying the gem chest?
You right now.
Okay,
because
cool.
although
Am I encumbered?
That's a good question. I didn't actually add that weight to your sheet.
Yes, no, you did not. That's why I was very curious. Because I'm currently at 175. I don't know, 42. So I don't know how heavy that.
That's
Counting my
it.
coins.
I'd say it's like 30 pounds, the chest plus all the gems. So that puts you almost at a heavy load.
Yeah.
And yeah, you guys should all be very thankful that I don't count coin weight because
Yeah, with my
I know.
coin weight, I'd be encumbered.
good luck getting all that down. All right.
Like my
I mean,
explanation
I
for
am at
this is that every time we pick up coins, it goes into a pocket dimension.
I'm
have
yeah,
a
it just
bag of
goes
holding,
into our,
yeah.
our very sturdy coin pockets, which can hold anything.
So I guess the question I would like to ask for this situation is how quickly are you attempting to get down?
Not,
Not
very quickly at all.
just safely,
So
if
you guys
possible.
okay, so you guys take the cautious approach to everything. You utilize rope when needed, as well as any other
Question.
tricks.
Can
What's up?
Kat use Storm Step to safely get down? Like, can she use Storm Step to kind of just like fly down unharmed?
Let's see here. Storm Step has a range of it's close range. So yeah, I mean you'd have to get either most of the way down before using it, or you'd have to use it multiple times.
Okay.
Each cast of it would be a 40-foot range.
Okay.
So you can decide how
That's
many
just gonna.
uses.
Kat is just going to use her agility and super carefully go down the stairs.
Okay, so yeah, again, with being as cautious as possible, it does take longer to get down than you might have hoped or expected, but you do manage it without any further injuries to your person.
Yeah, getting down alive is probably a priority here.
Yeah.
Clarifying. Am I wearing my snakeskin tunic or my mithril shirt over one another? Is that a viable thing?
I would yes, because the mithril shirt is
Just like chain link.
The mithril shirt is considered armor, whereas the tunic is considered a
accessory,
a wondrous item that goes in the chest slot. So you wear the tunic.
That's what I was
armor.
thinking. Cool. I just wanted to check in. Sweet.
You all make it down to the bottom. Upon stepping back outside, you all hear a few voices that are coming from the opposite side of the tower. It sounds like several people that are kind of just like talking over each other.
Do they sound friendly?
It's impossible to tell, really. They're kind of just it seems like they're just gathered there and talking, and again, like it's competing voices, so it's hard to make out what's being said.
So it's a pretty big crowd.
You probably estimate it's like 8 to 10 people. A couple moments go by, and then there is a louder voice that begins to speak over the crowd, attempting to quiet them down. And the voice says, "People, fine citizens of Magnamar. What is the meaning of all this? Anyone who'd like to make a perception check can do so now."
I'll do it.
Guidance.
Deception.
Deception. What?
What?
Oh, I thought you said.
We can see things.
What do I know? I have the highest.
No.
My high wisdom
Oh,
coming
wow.
through for me once again.
Everybody except Dino perceives things.
I rolled a 6.
Not gonna lie, we're on some pretty high rolls
Right?
for perception. Well, no, even Dino's isn't that bad at all, really.
So all of you kind of assume or believe, depending on your roles, that this louder voice that's speaking over all of the townsfolk is some kind of city guard or other type of official. The next voice you hear is that of an older woman who says, "Some sort of creature just fell off the roof of the tower. You've got some of it there right in front of you, and then it looks like there's some more behind you and to your left, and oh yes, there's some to your right as well." As she points out, like, various arms and legs that have been dispersed, as multiple body parts were hurled from the tower from this faceless stalker. The other voice, the one that sounds like the guard, kind of just pauses for a few moments and just says, "Right then, the city guard will get to the bottom of this. Now move along." You begin to see one or two people kind of like begin to come around towards the front of the tower where you are. One person kind of just like gives you all like a puzzled look, like, what are you guys doing here? While as anyone else who leaves sort of just goes about their day. Others stay, and you hear like a few more voices begin to speak up and over each other again. Whether they're like wondering aloud about how this happened, or maybe even like feigning interest in helping the guards find some clues. At any rate, the guards heavier footfalls begin to sound like they're approaching the front of the tower. He is going to make a perception check. Okay. He comes around and sees all of you standing there, including Chomper with Zanisha just, like, draped over him. And he says, "Excuse me. Do you know anything about what happened here today?"
Yeah, big snake infestation. Terrible, terrible times.
We did monster hunting, as it were, and we're rather successful, if I might add. This creature's been preying on the people of Magnamar.
The guard just nods for a moment. And then as he kind of like scans all of you, he stops on Urslin and then looks at Cade for a minute and then stops again. And he just says, "The two of you look familiar."
Huh. Cade's hand is like slightly behind their back, just kind of like fiddling with sparking a flare spell, possibly. And just looks at him and goes, "I don't really know why. Y'all look familiar too. I guess it's the uniform. You all wear the same ones as city guards. Hi." Cade just says, trying to bluff their way out of this.
Roll bluff.
Yeah, go ahead, roll bluff.
Guidance.
You said
Wait,
it.
does
Not,
he
you said
he
it. Not
doesn't.
me.
Oh
No.
my god! Does Tony recognize
Oh, no.
Kate, or does he recognize a lot of us?
He wouldn't have recognized Edge and Jamar because of the fact that
For the record,
Jamar.
I rolled a 1.
That's
a-
what's his name
My
again?
1 is a
Dream.
13.
Kareem. I rather give Jamar. I think I must have
Jamar.
fused his name together.
That's fine. He can be Jamar as long as he's not here to defend himself.
Okay, here's one thing. That's my nat 1 is a 13. Like, I tried.
Yeah, I mean,
14
did.
thanks to guidance.
he didn't roll very high on his sense motive either. So, he
Not great.
yeah, he kind of looks at you and is just like, "Yeah, I know where I saw you. Both of you. There was that little incident yesterday."
Uh-huh. Continue. Kate's kind of looking at everyone kind of like in a panicked way, like, I'm going to flare this man and run if someone doesn't say something.
And then he looks at Dino and he says, and you there. There were reports of a bird casting a spell that killed people. Makes sense that there's a druid among you.
A bird that casts a spell. Really?
Yes, really.
At this point in time, unless someone grabs me, I'm going to yeet this flare in his face and just start running.
Edge will sort of make his way across the party and actually address the officer directly, and he'll look him up and down and he'll say, "Sir, I'm sorry, but what you may assume, I'm not sure if reality or logic may sort of line up with that. You see, these people have been with me for the
Going robot again.
We've lost him to the robotic lands.
Harder,
The
better,
robots have
faster,
taken over.
stronger.
We welcome our new robot overlords.
I welcome.
Yeah,
Our
So help me God, I'm playing Warlords.
I welcome Daft Punk as my new president.
So yeah, so Edge will basically go up to the guard and say, sorry, but they've been with me this entire time. I don't believe they would be capable of whatever you're assuming, or at least I hope not. I would trust these people with my life.
Roll diplomacy.
Right?
Guidance?
Can I hit this guy with a hypnotic stare, and would he know I did it?
Hypnotic stare does not give the target any memory that it happened afterwards.
So then, yeah, I'm staring this man.
Okay. Well, he looks at Edge and he says, "Maybe they were with you the whole time. All that does is place you there too."
That's
All right, so
be made. Unfortunately, it would be a false one. Unless you have anything substantial to actually present to us. I'm sorry, sir, but you have no grounds in order to detain us.
Well, I've got the testimony of the other guards that were in the area yesterday.
Does your spell work?
Suggestion.
Kate's gonna pop in there and just pipe in also and just go, there's no true way to know if we are the people you were talking about. First of all, bird killing people, you're making assumptions that just because bird and dinosaur, they're very different. This man likes to turn it into his dinosaurs. If you see like a giant T-Rex or an Allosaurus rampaging through your town, a Stegosaurus, that's our guy. Birds, no, he doesn't do that. He likes to do the big gigantic shit. But anyway, none of us here have caused any deaths that I'm aware of, and also to any innocent townfolk, the only deaths that I'm aware of are these giant snake things that have been trying to kill your townsfolk. With, by the way, you're welcome, which you haven't been doing your job about. I don't know why. Maybe it's easier to bully travelers and civilians. I don't know, but maybe if you look at the corpses around here, they're not human.
So what part of that is actually the suggestion spell?
To back off.
Okay.
And that we're not the people that he thinks we are. Like he's making a point like, oh, I know you guys are the ones we're looking for. And I'm like, you know he's a druid and you know people said that someone who does druid things are there.
Out of character, Tim, I'm surprised you're not mentioning that gunshots were heard and that my character is the only one with a gun.
You're not helping our situation.
I didn't forget.
I know this is all out of character that I'm saying this.
I didn't forget.
Until it's brought in character, shut up.
Cat is going to go. Cat
At
is
this point,
going
I don't know how to
to
spell.
turn up the charm and go, look, sir. I promise we're not like, look, sir. I understand why you'd be concerned, but we're not here to cause any trouble. We're really just trying to help. If there's anything we can do to be of service or to prove our noble intentions, please let me know. What is it that I can do to best serve you?
The guard now he takes a step back and a little bit further away you can see two more guards beginning to approach from behind him.
Alright, guys,
you
so
hear a voice from way back say, "There, the one with the gun." And the one you were speaking to says, "Okay, well, at any rate, that," and he points to Chopper carrying the corpse of Zanisha. He says, "That is something that the higher ups here are going to want to know about." So, and now turning to Cat, he says, "You want to know what you can do? You can come with us."
Oh, we in trouble.
he looks at everyone and goes, nap time?
Cat is going. Okay.
Can we
just
go to the
like,
store
Cat's gonna
first?
turn to him and say, "Oh, but we're just passing through. Are you sure that we really need to come with you? I mean, there's nothing more that we can possibly add to the situation." And
You
yes,
also
it's a
press
cat
your
third
boobs
person
together.
saying this.
Can you like bring your arms closer into your chest and puff your boobs out for me?
That is kind of what I imagine Cat's doing, not gonna
I mean,
lie.
fair.
You watch as the this one guard's body language now becomes exceedingly relaxed given the situation, which is seen clearly by the two guards that are approaching from behind him, who now break into a sprint towards all of you.
Okay, I look around at everyone and saying, "It's night time."
Cat's gonna go,
Agreed.
"Hold on. I think our new friend is gonna help us, right?"
No,
Smiley
no,
face.
new friend's gonna get overruled. Night time. Kay just hits night time and runs.
Entangle and run.
Jesus Christ, you guys are like making so much out of this right now.
We're leaving the city. It's fine. We're out.
Just like, I got this under control. Be good. Keith, good. We're fine. They're like, nope. I'm like, oh my god, now we look so guilty.
I mean, after Kay did her thing, like it's kind of hopeless. So you know what? Fuck it. Might as well slow them down.
I asked and you guys said yes. I said okay.
So
Cat's gonna turn to
Literally
God
asked.
and be like, can you be a dear and go assure your friends that everything's just fine?
No. I'm leaving the city, boys. I'm leaving the city, boys, and never coming back. Kate says that they're running.
I gotta roll the saves for the entangle.
Okay.
Give me 1
I
second.
could have told you that at the very start.
Do you know I should have listened to you? This place is terrible. I hate snakes. I fucking hate snakes.
Hey, snakes did nothing to you. Snake people, on the other hand, are one of the evilest people that's ever lived.
Okay.
Apart
No,
from
that's
Mankind.
fine. That's fine. That's fine. Kate's just saying this is running. That's fine. Just terrified. Snakes. No legs. No
two
arms.
of the guards save against the entangle spell. One with a natural 20.
Yeah.
But that doesn't really matter because all three of them are put to sleep.
Good job, Cade.
Let's go. Kate just looks at everyone else.
The remaining bystanders begin yelling for more guards.
Wait, none of the rest of them fall asleep. It goes up to 10 people.
Space bombs.
Well, the guards themselves have
Oh, I
a few
understand.
hit
You're
dice
right.
apiece. So, well,
I understand.
there's room for one more person maybe to fall asleep.
Oh, okay. Not enough to actually make a difference. All
Yeah,
right.
one person falls asleep, and then you hear 4 or 5 others who are now yelling for more guards as you've just incapacitated 3 of them.
I'm going to use a prestidigitation spell to make it look like a small magical barrier has gone up pretty much between the doorway and alleyway. Obviously, if someone actually tries to go through it, it's gonna let them, but like it's gonna look like it's like crackling and like hot and like
That's a terrible idea. How are we gonna get out of here?
it's not real. It's after we've run out.
No, but okay, fine.
And also
Sorry,
it's yeah. I was saying like on our way out. Like I'm casting that on our way out as the like
Well,
don't follow us.
given-
And then I do that.
given that the sort of street and sidewalks, given that width, any of the bystanders just casually walk around it as it's only a 10-foot range. It's not going to cover the whole street. So they see that and they're like, well, yeah, that's nice, and they kind of just walk around it while still yelling for the guards.
It's like not happening.
Sure enough, more of them do turn up as you are exiting the underbridge. district. You see some of the guards and a couple of pretty tough-looking sailor types now stand in your way as you are over by the docks.
No, 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 guys, no, no, no. I just want to get
I
on a
don't-
boat and get out of here. No.
I don't think you can keep spamming that snooze spell. The way things are going now.
One of the guards, this one wearing a bit nicer armor, puts his hand out in front of himself to kind of like motion you all to stop. And he again motions towards the towards Zanisha, who's dead, and and just says, "Well, now, what is the meaning of this? Where do you think you're going with this? And what information do you have?"
Lizard lady here has been terrorizing your citizens. We killed her because she tried to kill us, and we can give her your body if you just let us leave the city. I got scared. Kate just says, "This is full honesty. I'm trying to be diplomatic."
Actually, quick question. Before anything else continues, may I use sense good and evil on the individual in front of us in the arm?
Oh.
Yeah, definitely. Um, you detect neither, so these are neutral of some kind guards, given that they're guards, presumably lawful. Um, so you don't really gain much information.
The one in
Oh, I
charge,
used
though,
my
is also
disguise
neutral?
kit.
Yes, all of
Okay.
them are.
Okay,
All
that's
the
terrific.
guards, all the guards at least. You know,
If
you
they've
get
been evil, we have a problem.
you get yeah, you get a couple maybe inklings from the sailor types that, you know, maybe they're not quite on the up and up, but they're just there to help keep the peace.
Alrighty then, guess I have to take charge. Pray my diplomacy works. Okay, I will
You better get guidance
Oh,
before you do.
did you guys hear mine? And should I roll diplomacy for what I had said or no?
Uh,
Because I'm trying not to just jump and roll things before Tim tells us to.
You can if you want to.
Guidance.
I'd like to hear what Edge is gonna say.
Oh, I want
Okay,
to hear
I'll-
what he has to say too. I just
I'll
wanted to
speak first.
clarify if I was rolling to.
Okay, so then Edge will basically stand ahead of the party and basically said, "There's a misunderstanding that's happening here. We had heard word of this Lamlia who was taken roost in the clock tower behind us. Sorry, the clock tower, the shadow tower. Sorry,
Shadow clock, yeah.
Yeah, the shadow clock behind us. We infiltrated the tower, took care of its minions, and then took care of the creature itself. From what we've been able to gauge, it's been surveying the city for a while now. We've been very difficult trusting the local constabulary, as we do not know what influence this creature had on on the local government here. We may have suspicion to believe that there are people in higher powers who are working in tandem with this creature in a conspiracy. Particularly, there are individuals known as the Seven Brothers. They're Seven Brothers, right? Out of character.
Brotherhood of the Seven, but close enough.
Yes, right. Yes, the Brotherhood of the Seven. One of them was the
The Justice,
judicator.
yeah.
Yes, the Justice. Yeah, so he says the Justice's name.
Okay, you tell him Justice Ironbriar.
It's Justin Ironbriar, who has revealed himself as part of this conspiracy. But yeah, that's what I was getting at, Tristan.
Right.
Just making sure.
Okay, so go ahead and roll diplomacy.
Guidance.
The guard, you notice his expression changed a little bit when you mentioned Justice Ironbriar. Um, Almost as if he didn't know that Ironbriar had been corrupted. He takes a step towards you, and he says, those are a lot of claims that you've just made, and I can't say that I can't say that I think you're entirely lying. But do you have any tangible proof of what's happening? Or
I give him the note that I found in Zanisha's lair.
okay,
As
so
as that's happening, Cat's going, "Oh, we have a note. We have a note."
out of
And
game,
Cade
out of game. That's what I was waiting for to happen. So
and
We're a chaotic
as
party, all right. Guards do not like us. We don't like guards.
it's fair.
Cade's doing that
I was waiting
rambling
for
thing
someone.
about all the facts of what we did at this point in time when the note's being handed over, trying to also be
I mean, we do
diplomatic and
also
be
have
honest.
like lots of notes from Aldo and whatnot.
The guard, uh, this seemingly higher ranking guard, takes the note and begins to read it, and you can see like the other guards that are near him, and even some of the sailors are like trying to like peek over his shoulder. Um, but he's like, you can tell he's in like really like deep thought, like as he's reading this, like it's taking him a bit to like process everything he's reading. He gets to like the
He's not
bottom.
taking it lightly.
No, not at all. He gets to the bottom of the note, finishes up, um, folds it back up neatly, and hands it back to you, Edge. And he
I'll
says,
take it, bucket it.
he says, right. Um, it seems there was a plot against Lord Mayor Grabaris.
Amongst others.
Now, I'm not unaware of what happened yesterday, and
Neither am I.
for the moment, I that's not my concern. I will kindly ask you one time to come with me. I would like to take you all to see the Lord Mayor, and we'll sort everything out.
Very well. Because I will say that in terms of what happened that day, I'm in complete agreement. On any other situation and any other time, had I not known these individuals, I would have gladly handed them over to the authorities. Unfortunately, you see Ed sort of like clenches his fists very tightly. I need them right now. We'll deal with the legalities later, and justice will be served. I
Staring at
promise.
him like, "You act like you had no part of this."
Ed is not going to pay any attention to you. Also, can I roll for intimidation to to ignore and intimidate her at the same time, just
Sure.
for my sheer presence?
Sure, I'll let you do
Thank
it.
you.
Go ahead.
Come on.
No guidance for you.
Wow.
I
No
don't need
guidance
it.
for you. Let's see. 10 plus DC 10, 17. Yeah, the DC for this would be 18. So you successfully intimidate Cat.
Yeah. So, because you say that, Edge turns to you and he says, "You know what you did."
Yeah,
Cat's
cat.
gonna get defense. Cat, because she's intimidated, is gonna get defensive.
He turns to Dino as well and
I've
glares at him
done
too.
lots of things. You don't know my life.
Edge turns back to the official and he says, "Lead the way."
Yeah, the guard, the head guard kind of turns to the sailors that kind of were backing him up, and he just says, "Stand down, we'll take it from here." And he and his two other patrol mates begin to lead you directly to the north into the capital district, where eventually he brings you to the front of a rather large structure that is called the Pediment Building. Dino, as a native to Magnamar, you know that this building houses the courts of all of the justices, as well as the offices of Lord Mayor Grabaris.
It's kind of like the Parliament in the UK. It's like there
Essentially,
a lot
yes.
of the yeah.
Yes. So the guards lead you in. They take you directly to Lord Mayor Grabaris' office, where he is currently sitting and actually enjoying his lunch. Uh, his uh, his rather large desk is piled high with papers. Um, the office itself, as far as like decorations and furniture, it's really even like fit for like royalty. Like it's really like done up. Um, it gives the impression that the Lord Mayor is a rather indulgent man who likes his toys, so to speak. So,
The definition of greed.
in a sense, yes. So as the guards walk in, the Lord Mayor kind of quickly like straightens himself up. Um, the head guard walks up and says, "These these citizens have foiled a plot against you. Um, as you know, some of them may have been involved in what happened yesterday." Grabaris gives him a little nod. He sort of motions him to leave. The other two guards going to remain posted by the door where they came in, where all of you came in. The Lord Mayor, there are many chairs laid out around the room. Um, Presumably, he has like other officials in and out of his door frequently. He sort of just motions you all to take a seat. And once everyone's done with that, he says, "Welcome. My men have told me that you all were involved in some sort of scuffle down in the underbridge. Please tell me more."
I hand him the note from Zanisha's relative and pass it over.
Okay. Yeah, he goes ahead and reads it.
Kate's sitting there with a scrunched up little face in the background.
He his expression visibly changes when he gets to the part where he's been targeted.
Edge would look at them rather sternly and say, "How much did you know about these individuals? The Lamlia in question, named Zanisha, and whatever relations they may have abroad."
He he slides the note back to you without folding it up. Slides it across his desk. He says, "You can choose to believe me or not, but I didn't know anything about it. I'm I'm shocked that such a plan was in the works."
You're lucky we found him when he did. With the way things are going, you would have taken you rather easily, I might add.
You're probably right.
Make matters worse, we know that there are at the very least 6 other conspirators amongst them. One of them being Judge Ironbriar. I keep
Yeah.
forgetting. It's Ironbriar.
Hmm. Yes, well, some of my advisors had been noticing some odd patterns in Ironbriar's behavior, and
Did he meet?
admittedly I didn't want to believe them, but if what you say is true, then perhaps I should have.
Did he meet with anybody out of the ordinary, or did he meet with some individuals more often than not?
He didn't like to invite meetings in his offices. He was more of the type to just handle whatever cases were presented to him and then head on home for the night.
Could this other Lamlia in question that brings pause and concern? They mentioned Turtleback Ferry and Fort Rannoch in their control. How far are these cities from us?
Well, that's rather troubling if Fort Rannoch if especially Fort Rannoch, if that's under their their control.
What is
Um,
Fort Rannoch?
Well, Fort Rannoch is the most distant holding that our city has.
Penitentiary.
No, actually, it is a sort of a well, I don't want to go as far to say military because it's more. Let's just say it's an important tactical point for our city.
An outpost, then.
Yeah, rather a large outpost. Um, More recently, um, some of my advisors, as well as the other members of the government, have been putting pressure on me to send a patrol over there. Really, just the Hook Mountain region in general, just to investigate because we have a group of soldiers that are stationed there. It's a group that they call themselves the Black Arrows, and while they've normally been pretty isolated, the amount of time that has passed since we've last heard from them has grown uncomfortable. So, as I said, some of my advisors have been wanting me to send a patrol over there. I I don't feel that I have anybody that I can spare to go over there right now. The Black Arrows are they're a rather foul-tempered group. They don't respond well to Magnamar guards getting in their business.
Who are these individuals? Bandits? Assassins? Raiders?
They're
What
not
business do
bad.
they
They're
have
not
in the
bad
area?
guys. They're a group of mostly rangers who just keep that area of the of uh of Varizia safe, and they oftentimes have to deal with threats of some of the other creatures that are indigenous to the area. Long ago, the Black Arrows they had to fight a war against an invading tribe of ogres that had actually mounted multiple offensives to try and claim the fort for themselves. And each time they beat the ogres back, and it's been quiet for a while over there, but we now believe it's become a little too quiet.
So do we think it's ogres?
Unlikely.
It
If
it could be the ogres, but again,
This
I
letter
don't
suggests otherwise.
have anyone I can spare. Now, if all of you are heading in that direction,
Yes, out of town with no consequences. Yeah, definitely can head in that direction. No problem, Kid says.
I'm good with some ogre hunting.
okay.
I'll
Well,
hum whatever it is if it means I can leave. I accept your graciousness, and I'm glad to be of assistance. Kate says, kind of looking around, slightly relieved, and looking at Edge, kind of apologetically for again trying to solve things with sleeping people.
Can I roll for intimidation again?
yeah, go for it. Who are you trying to intimidate? Cade,
Me.
I assume.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I'm
that's
not even gonna.
that's successful. Edge is an angry motherfucker today.
I'm just looking at him and being like, "Yep, I deserve that. I'm sorry."
Tonight's episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Edge is tired of the gang's bullshit.
Oh, you have no
Oh,
idea what
it's
I'm about
wrong.
to do next.
So
Oh, it's
with
gonna be
that,
good.
Grabaris looks at you, looks at all of you, looks over at the two guards, and then he says, "Well, okay, that seems like a good arrangement. I will, of course, pay you for your services, and of course, you know that you've done me a tremendous favor by foiling this plot in the first place. I suppose you'll be wanting a reward for that as well. So he then sends the 2 guards away. They're gone for a few minutes before coming back. Grabaris doesn't say anything to you guys while they're gone. He he actually just like goes back to like finishing up his lunch. The guards return. One of them is holding they're each holding a tray, and each tray has a number of bags resting on it. One of them has bags that are a good deal larger than the other one. Each of you get 1 bag from each tray. And he says, Grabaris then says, the smaller bag is for your trip to the Hook Mountain region. The larger bag is for helping me. And he then looks at Ursulin and Dino and Cade all in turn. And he says, now, to discuss what happened yesterday. As you all well know, the 2 unfortunate people who were caught up in your shenanigans, they weren't so lucky. Arrangements had to be made, and some of you will notice that your rewards are lighter for it.
Cade bites their tongue and kind of looks at everyone and kind of breathes in deeply and just says, thank you for the reward at all. And I say that in like earnest.
You notice that Edge was staring at the mayor at the entire time that conversation was going on. Now he's turned towards the 3 of you. Hopefully still with the same 25 intimidate that I had before.
There's no need for that. The Lord Mayor just says,
So Edge will turn back to the mayor and says, rest assured, it will not happen.
oh, it will not.
Cade nervous laughs. Oh, it's okay. Everything's okay. We're gonna leave and we're gonna take care of these things, and we're not gonna be in your town anymore. I promise.
We don't like to give too many freebies here for negligent homicide.
Oh dear. He said it.
So, within each of the bags, all of you within the smaller bag receive 750 gold pieces for this is your payment for heading over to Hook Mountain.
Yay.
Larger bags, the 3 names that I mentioned, Dino, Ursulin, Cade, those bags have 5,000 gold pieces, whereas everyone else gets 6,000 gold pieces.
So in total, how much did they give us who have not been deducted?
6,750.
Okay, so
And the other is 5,750.
I can't actually edit my gold.
Really?
Oh, now I can.
Okay.
So 5,750. Damn.
So
we
you're
each
saying
have
I have
5,750
5,000?
gold.
Kat, you got
Oh, we just got-
6,750 gold.
I got
Because we didn't
6,000.
fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you weren't one of the people who fucked shit up.
Anyone
Yeah.
who was involved in the killing and or covering up loses 1,000 gold from the deal. That's the quote unquote punishment that I've decided on for that.
And I mean, considering all things, that's I'll take it. I
Yeah,
prefer.
none of you are in jail. That's
Yeah, I'm not gonna complain. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like, Cade's happy.
yeah, don't worry about that. Even if that had been the case, I would have dragged you out, kicking and screaming.
So sweet, I can say, looking at Edge, just kind of giving like puppy dog eyes. Just
sorry,
being
it's
like,
I was saying that out of character.
6,575.
oh, okay.
In character, he would have said it more like it would have been something more along the lines of I wouldn't have allowed you to. I would have dragged you out from your ears if I had to.
Sorry, Tim, I'm
Fair.
gonna ask you again because I'm doing math. It's 6,575. Hello?
Yes.
Yep.
It's
okay,
in the it's
great.
in the chat.
Ah, haha! Woo!
It's
Yeah,
excited.
chat!
Okay, my calculation is correct. Alrighty. Right. So, was there any other business that we needed to conclude in here? Now we're in the mayor's office, because it'll be a long way to get to Fort Rinnick.
Fort Rannick, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, the journey there would take you past Sandpoint if you wanted to, bed down there for a little bit. He does the mayor hasn't really Lord Mayor didn't really give you any kind of like timetable for getting this done. So
Wait, so are we done with Magnamar now?
ultimately it's up to you. I mean, you're done with like the part of the quest that's in Magnamar. You can certainly stick around and shop or do, you can stay as long as you want.
Where is the
What-
fort? Because I see Turtleback Ferry, which I do need to ask him about that. But I don't
So,
see the
because
fort.
Cat's a jackass.
It's probably not on the map. It's a little bit
not? Okay.
it's a bit north of Turtleback Ferry.
Ah, okay.
So because Cat's a jackass, she's gonna turn to Dino and go, "Hey, you know what? We're in this cool new city. You want to give us a tour?"
Well, what's her face is gone, so hopefully this city gets back to a decent state. Sure,
So
Besides,
you'll give us a tour?
why not?
besides, since
Yay! Cat's actually like legit excited about this. So like she gets all of her packing gear. She doesn't have. If she had a camera, she'd pull one out. Be like, "Okay, let's go." But instead she's gonna pull out her notebook. And she's like,
Ed turns to the mayor and he says, "We'll resupply and gather what we need to for now. Then, when the time comes, we shall head out." One last question.
Well, yes. What would you like to know? Oh no.
What would you like to know? Robot noises.
Robot noises.
Because the minute I said it, nobody responded. Yeah, she was gonna say, "Do you know a good taxidermist?"
Well, I'm sure I could find one to recommend you.
Dino, you're welcome. And then it just leaves.
Hell's a taxidermist?
They're
"They
the people.
stuff dead animals."
Yes.
He recommends a place that is not too far away actually. He says, yeah, I've never really concerned myself with the name of it, as I never go there myself, but there's a taxidermy place not far down the road here. They've done various works for the menagerie, the public park that's close by.
Yeah. So Dino, there's your stuffed Zanisha.
Build-A-Bear in D&D.
Build a bear with dead people corpses. Jesus Christ.
You say it like Xenisha was a person. She's a monster.
I mean, to be fair, yes, but still.
No, you didn't.
No.
You didn't all do the murder.
No, if those were directly involved,
Half of you did the murder or tried to cover up the murder. The other half of you slipped away undetected.
Pretty much. In hindsight, I feel like I shouldn't have done that, but oh well, here we go. Here we are now.
No one ever said you were lawful good.
Eh,
I don't know. He's acting awfully lawful good.
eh.
Alignment shift.
The perks of having chaotic means that I can basically do the fuck I want to and not have to care about it. So fuck
Oh
off.
shit! First is what you care about is the law.
I don't care about man's law. I care about God's law. Spoken like
I mean,
a
you're going to be
true
a lot more
zealot.
specific because there are lots of gods that would praise what Urslan did.
Yeah, true. Anyways, oh yeah, I guess I don't think there's anything else we need out of character from this place, do we?
No.
No. I mean, you're
I
free
mean,
to
Dino's gonna give Kat a tour of the city. That's about it.
you're free to leave whenever you
Right.
like.
Yeah. So then Edge would just probably ask one last question in private once everybody is sort of trailing off. Just oh yeah. So he's just very quickly and sort of discreetly he'll ask. I do not suppose it would be rude for me to inquire about if any of the guards in the city or any scouts you might have had in the neighboring lands have seen a dragon flying by, red, as crimson as blood.
Not to my knowledge, but well, let me ask you now. Where have you been staying in the city? Jesus, man, you're having a tough time there with the with the Daft Punk shit.
I swear to God, I'm gonna suplex my ISP one of these days.
Oh, please do. I'd love to watch that.
Right. So
Take
yeah,
him to Suplex City.
Right. So Edge was basically saying that. Actually, what was the last thing that you said? And then what did I?
He asked where you're staying in town.
Yeah. So he tells him the inn's name. So I don't remember
the platinum pick.
Yeah.
So he says, "All right, I'll ask some of my best guards. If they have any information, I'll send it over there."
Most appreciated. Thank you.
All right. So, Dino, you can go ahead and lead your tour of the city.
So, here's the exit, and this is where we're going. Tour over.
Cade just kind of grabs onto Dino and goes, "Wait, I want to sell some shit." Like this giant longsword. I try to swing it very terribly. And then I also hang out this really fucked up Reaper's mask that I was just like really fleshy and goes, "This shit's gonna fuck with my head if I put it on. Don't want to do that." And then well, that's maybe the giant chest of gems that Ursula has stuffed away.
I did not step it away.
Kate just looks around at everyone else. Did everyone else forget about that? I didn't this time.
I'm still trying to determine whether I get the 6,000 or the 5,000, because I can't remember if I killed someone.
You were involved in the killing.
So I get the big money?
You get the little money.
I get the little money? Aww.
You get the little money, just like I did.
I need a calculator.
I think what I wrote was pretty clear.
Yeah.
So wait, why are we being punished? Why do we get less money?
Because
we murdered townfolk.
Because you guys killed 2 people, and
How
they
did you forget?
They were trying to kill us.
and they
No,
no,
they
they weren't. and,
Townsfolk.
and they took the money for the funeral arrangements out of your shares.
I didn't kill any townsfolk.
You caused chaos and also helped me.
Kill them.
You performed the action that caused Dino.
I didn't either. All I did was make everyone go to sleep. I didn't kill anyone, but guess what? I also lost money. Shh, you're a part of the chaos just like I was. Shh. We
EM has spoken.
It's only 1,000 gold. Let's be happy and move on.
You still got a shitload of gold. I don't see the problem here. So, all right. So after Dino's dollar store tour of Magnamar, where he shows you where the exit is to the city, you all.
It was worth a shot.
those of you who want to shop,
An actual tour.
to sell and or buy stuff, begin taking to those tasks. So let's
So I
try it.
think the Dwarven Forge thing was the best place to sell a Masterwork longsword.
Yeah,
Can I just go with someone to sell the gems? Or am I just stuffing that away in my only pocket dimension that I can know of? That it won't even fit.
well, yeah, let's try to come up with like an order of operations here. So some of you, let's see, the jeweler. I like look up the names of these places again. So yes, there's the League of Jewelers, which is where Ursula had dropped off a one of the diamonds to potentially be improved. There is the let's see, not that one. Yes, the Excellent Order of Smiths, which is further down in Beacon's Point. That's where you guys could probably go sell the long swords and any other metal items that you came across. As far as selling the masks, that might be a little bit tougher.
I wanted to save the mask and sell it
I
to the guy
mean,
back at Sandpoint.
Well, yeah, that
I
could be,
have the Medusa mask, don't
yeah,
I?
that could be a thing too. Yeah,
I
yeah.
have all of those. So I get to determine where they get sold.
I have a Reaper's mask that I own, and I could also choose to sell, which is what I
Well,
was
the
asking
Reaper's
about.
mask from the Seven Brotherhood League dude, because I took all the masks. The guy that we all basically team party wiped, I took his mask. I took the Stalker's mask from Aldern, and I took the Medusa mask.
That's weird because the Reaper's mask
I
is
think
in
there was
Cade's
a
inventory.
mask in
No, because I took all of them.
not the clock tower, but some mill that we found Briar at. And there was like
Yeah, he had the
a
Reaper's
mask
mask.
there.
He had another Reaper's mask? Okay.
No. There was only one Reaper's mask. There have been a few like any of the skin saw cultists, which were the ones that you fought in the sawmill. They would have had stalkers masks as well. But no, the only Reaper's mask was the Justice.
Yeah, and I took it off of him after we killed him.
Yeah, I remember, but I just I don't know why it was in Cade's inventory. I thought they were, maybe you had like given it to them for a bit, but
No. I'm collecting all the masks on our journey so I can put together a collective story for the guy, because if you give him a good story, he gives you more money.
all right. So let's get this sorted here. So we're selling. You wanted to sell the long swords,
I'll just
Yeah, I'm
ping
also gonna
everything
sell
that I'm
mine.
the
selling.
gems.
That
What
What
else?
Sorry.
No, go ahead, Rob.
What was the loot from the boss?
a
I
lot
just
of
scrolled
money.
down to the Discord.
So the boss loot
from
was money, gems. There was the let's see here.
Alright, let me see.
Four potions of cure moderate wounds. There was a Sahedra medallion. There was the 3 long swords, one carried each by the faceless stalkers. There was the small +2 kukri that Kat took. The snakeskin tunic, which Cade took. Dino took the Sahedra medallion. You took Zanisha's weapon, following the vision that you had. So you have the Impaler of Thorns. That's on your sheet now.
So wait, what did she have?
Well, her loot that was actually on her was the Impaler of Thorns, which was her weapon, which is a +1 long spear that has a special property that can be used once per day. I listed that on the thing in your inventory. If you open that up, she also had the Medusa mask, which again Ursula took. Dino took her Sahedra medallion, and Cade took her snakeskin tunic that she was wearing.
Right.
You also took
Moving and jumping.
the scythe off of the scarecrow as well.
Yeah, I might have to get rid of some of these weapons.
You had expressed a stern interest in taking that scythe.
Does it have magic? Did I identify it yet?
No one identified it, so you can certainly do that if you want to.
I'll do that.
All
I
right.
remember saying I took the ring of jumping, and then I went towards Kate, and I said, "Look, we're matching." Like that. That I remember.
Yeah, it's like y'all are married.
Yeah. I took the ring of jumping. Oh, my snake lady had a ring of jumping. She's got no feet.
No, the ring of jumping was in.
It was in a chest, but like,
Yeah, it was in a chest of
still,
magic items.
I don't know why she would be possessing one. She's got no feet. How can she jump?
So all right, yeah, go ahead and roll spellcraft, Dream.
Guidance.
Damn, can I help him?
Sure, you can assist. So it's an 11. All right, so it's a 13. Um, 13. It's just a basic +1 scythe, and it's size large. So if you wanted to use it, it would come at a little bit of a penalty because
Yeah,
the weapon is not sized for you.
Probably gonna either save this for my friend the Feathered Serpent or maybe get it appraised here.
Okay.
And probably getting rid of the regular spear I have also.
Okay. Cool. So things that we're selling here in Magnamar. Again, the long swords, the gems. What else do you guys want to sell here?
I want to see how much the scythe is worth.
Okay, so that can be done. That can be done with the long swords at the smiths.
I'm not selling Xenisha here. I'm just getting her stuffed.
Yeah, I'm aware. Okay, so
How big is Zanisha? I thought she was a large
she
creature.
is a
Isn't
large
she-
creature.
Oh my god, we're just
That's a lot of turpentine.
I mean, it's nowhere near less subtle as having a giant dinosaur following me around, so not my concern.
Okay, fair point.
Chopper's basically wearing Zanisha like a feather boa at this point. Like
The
it's,
boy is strong.
that's just what it
Can do
looks. He's like just Hulk Hogan coming out like posing and shit. All right,
He
so
also has a cloak. He'd make himself even look more awesome.
so we'll say that you guys split up for the selling part of the show. Dino, you get to your destination first, which is the taxidermist. You walk in, and there's a rather surprised older human man behind the counter. He's surprised to see a T-Rex walking into his shop, and then even more surprised when he sees what you have to get stuffed. Um, he immediately is like, well, without even like waiting for you to say anything, he's like, I've never worked on anything like this before.
Yeah, hunting monsters is great, but I wanted stuff so I can get a trophy.
I can see why. Um, well, I don't even know what I could charge you for this. How about 200 gold?
198.
Roll diplomacy.
Guidance.
Wait,
Oh, no,
Not gonna
enhanced
lie, I thought it'd be
diplomacy.
way more than that.
Wait, he's giving you 200 gold for it, and you said 198, or is he charging you for it?
20.
Charging for his work. Well, this guy is used to working on more reasonably sized things, and I suppose then charging more reasonable prices. He just looks at you and is just like, sure, whatever. Like I'm just thrilled that I get to make a masterpiece out of this thing. I don't even know what this is. What is this?
It is a Medusa.
Lamia.
Medusa.
Lamia.
Going by smite logic.
He looks
Medusa.
at.
But this is not.
It's not.
Smite.
Are you here?
He
I don't
looks.
know. I thought we were all following each other around.
He looks down and he's just like, "Oh no, I assuming you guys would split up, but if you want to all follow him around, then sure." He looks down and he's like, "I'll work on this thing while it's face down. I don't want to take any chances."
Fair, but she had a mask for that. She can't do that on her own, far as I know. It's better safe than sorry.
All right then. Well, I'll just do my thing. Well, this'll take me at least the rest of the day. So, check back before closing, I suppose.
Alrighty.
He's just as you leave, sort of like an off-screen moment. He's just like looking down and it's just like, man, what did I get myself into? Okay, so a bit further along, those of you who want to be a part of selling the gems, you arrive at the League of Jewelers.
Who's with me? I need someone with a high diplomacy. Cat, come here.
Yeah, what up?
And possibly Cade.
Well,
Kate's
remember
tagging
that
along.
Cat. So Cat's supposed to be getting a tour from Dino. So
Oh, okay. Never mind. I'll just
Yeah,
take
Dino.
First stop,
Dino.
something
Dino already mailed that one in. Like,
yeah, no, Cat is holding him to it. It's like, no, you promised me a tour. Let's go.
I guess I'll take Cade with me then. My wife.
all right. So you walk into the League of Jewelers. You are greeted by the same salesman that you spoke to yesterday. He says, "Let me retrieve your piece for you first." He goes to the back, comes back with your diamond. It still isn't perfect, but it's been recut and polished, and it looks significantly better than it did before.
I look at him and I say, "Is it still enchantable or?"
Oh yes, it certainly would be.
Ooh, nice. And I slip that into my pocket. I'll slide a hand so Kate doesn't see it. Unless Kate is actually paying attention. I don't know.
All right. Well, Kate, if you're paying attention,
I'm-
you can roll perception.
I'm trying to. Is it not going through?
I
It did
haven't
not.
seen it yet.
Angry roll.
I'm
If I spam it-
looking forward to seeing like 9 perception rolls come in, and I gotta like sort through.
Yeah,
all of it.
you know that's exactly what's gonna happen.
Oh
right?
yeah, 100%.
So I stopped clicking.
Oh my god!
All right, 10.
Oh, if only the 22 was your first roll, but it's not.
Ursula quickly yoinks the diamond, tucking it away.
So I'm gonna look at everyone else and going, so we're gonna split the rest though, right?
Oh, but the diamond. Oh wait, no, you're not talking about that.
Yeah, because I'm oblivious and I didn't realize.
I then pick up the chest and I kind of like try to gracefully put it on his counter, but I'm guessing it makes a loud thud.
I try to help.
This shit's 30
given that
pounds.
it's 30 pounds, he quickly directs you to place it on a counter that is just off to the side and not made of glass.
It's not made of glass.
Yeah. And
It's fucking funny. Alright, so I put on the thing and I crack it open and I'd be like, everything in here we got from a snake lady, but that black pearl was mine. I was carrying it around. I don't need it for anything.
well then, let's have a look at everything inside. And he is going to make his appraise check. He rolled a natural 20, so he goes through each piece, is rather meticulous about identifying any imperfections. So naturally, the whole process of him checking everything in the chest takes a little bit of time. He finishes up and he says, "This is quite a haul you've brought in.
Mm-hmm.
I can give you 4,500 gold."
Ooh, that's a lot. Alright, we'll take it.
He goes and fetches a big old coin bag, fills it up, and hands it over. He gives it to you all in it's all in platinum, so it's 450 platinum, which is 75 per person.
Okay. I'll take my share out of it and I'll be like, Cade, come take your share before they do something stupid.
Actually, trustingly, is going to take their share.
So how much each?
75
Oh, wait,
platinum.
I was gonna say, I
Oh,
was gonna try something
75
tricky.
platinum.
I was gonna try something tricky.
Well, the dealer did it, so. Not the dealer, the dealer, the jeweler. Jewel dealer, jewel,
What I was gonna do was, I know I shouldn't do it, but I thought it'd be funny to take my share and Cade's share and then take the 300 remaining and be like, this is what he gave us. But I won't do that. I'll be nice.
I appreciate the niceness.
You would have gotten an additional 50 platinum pieces if I did it. But I will be nice. So everyone gets 75 platinum pieces. And I'll just, whenever I see anyone else, I'll give them their share.
Nice,
Because
75
right
platinum.
now I'm carrying around a lot of fucking platinum pieces.
So can you just put in chat to be clear what I'm getting?
Yeah. That's from the gems.
Thank you.
We didn't do the long swords in the scythe yet.
No, that's
No,
next.
not yet.
Okay.
Oh, the little cloak that I got from the golem thing. Can I have picked that up? Because I forgot to pick it up.
Sorry, say that again.
I forgot to pick up the cloak that I folded up with the scythe. I don't know if anyone picked that up from the golem thing that we fought.
Oh, Dino
In the
took
beginning.
that and put it on Chomper.
He took my cloak. He took my
I thought that it was I could have it.
Oh yeah, you could have it. Yeah, you're right. I don't remember what I said. Whatever. to make sure someone got it. It'd be a waste
Yeah.
to leave it there.
For a second, I thought this was gonna be like a Ross situation, and you'd be like, Mike.
No, I couldn't remember.
Mike.
I mean, I thought I could get it
Birds
fitted for
start
me, but
flying away.
if he wants it for Dino, for Chopper, sure. I don't really care. This is supposed to be.
Oh yeah, I took it because Sneaky Chomper is terrifying.
Invisible Chopper would be worse. If
Worse
he has
or
the cloak and
better?
if he has the cloak on and I give him the potion of what's it called, of pass without a trace, he would get pretty close to invisible, wouldn't he? If we ever had to do it, I still have this potion.
I suppose. Invisible Chomper. It's gonna happen. And the world's not ready for that.
Not yet. Anyways,
Yeah.
okay, so
with business done there, unless there's anything else you want to do in the jewelers. Okay.
yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, that's it.
You guys head on down to the Order of Smiths. Inside there is the same dwarf that was helping you guys yesterday. He sees you walking in with sort of the look of victory and saying, "Oh, looks like you guys have some spoils."
I hand him over the masterwork long.
Huzzah!
Yeah, I hand him over the masterwork longsword that I have, and I say, "Don't suppose you take some of our leftovers, will you?"
Of course, can always resell them or repurpose the metal.
I mean, they're Masterwork longswords, so pretty good.
That said, I thought you guys were keeping yours.
I'm
I
a
thought we
druid.
were
I can't use longswords.
He says,
Okay.
well then, how many do you have?"
There's one from me, one from the Dino. I thought was going to happen. He's not taking. So who's I forget who's
Third one's
keeping.
Cade.
Cade raises their hand.
Yeah, you're
Everyone
keeping
who what?
yours. Kate is keeping her longsword, correct?
Cade?
Have I gone robot again?
No.
No, I
No.
hear you.
God.
You asked if Kate is keeping her longsword.
Is Cade keeping their longsword?
I said no. I
Okay.
literally before
okay.
said
Okay.
when,
All right, yeah.
yeah.
All right. So
When he
that's three.
said yeah,
He looks at the three of them, says, well, I can give you 150 gold each.
What are we getting gold for?
The masterwork longswords that the faceless stalkers had. That said, there were 4 of them.
150 gold and 5 copper.
You only
It
took
just looks-
you only took the longswords from the ones on the rooftop. All the other ones you left.
Yeah, it's fine. Whatever. Yeah, when you say that, Ed just looks at you very confused. Like,
Trust me, it's a tradition here in Magmore. Don't worry about it.
it looks at the dwarf and he's like, "Is it true?"
Like, as he turns around, I just mouth, "Work with me."
Profit diplomacy.
Come on.
Yeah, I mean, is that someone rolling? I thought you guys wanted to.
Yeah, I thought you were going to do
I
it.
want to add 5. I want to add 5 extra copper.
Yes, roll for diplomacy.
so
Enhanced
so
diplomacy.
fucking pointless.
It matters to me. God damn it.
Oh my god.
I was actually joking, but he seriously wanted to do it. So
The dwarf just says, "Yeah, suit yourself. That's strange, but it's just copper."
yeah, Edge rolls his eyes if you can see him. But yeah,
Puts a
so
little
yes,
Puts a little extra copper on the coin pile.
Okay. In terms of what I'd want to do, I think I might have to do this off stream because there's a lot of stuff I need to go through, and now that I have a lot of cash, I'm gonna have to very meticulously calculate what I'm doing. So for now,
I mean, I don't mind. It just depends. Just let me know what you want to do.
yeah, I'll do it off stream because I don't really know what I can or cannot do, so I'll have to carefully. I think because in total, from the GP and the platinum that I have, platinum I forget is like for every one platinum is how much gold? 100?
10.
10. Okay, so every platinum is 10. So I add, God, so I have 7,550 gold points, and I have 105 platinum points. So in total, that is.
It's like 8,000. What did you say the gold number was again?
7,550.
That should come out to 8,600 gold, and that's just in gold and platinum.
Right, because I said that's
I'm
not
gonna
including.
ask around.
It's not even including your silver and copper.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
What's up?
No, it's fine.
What's
No,
up,
I
kid?
meant like for all of us. Bags of holding.
Can we get that here?
Well, you are in a very big city that has a lot of spellcasting capability. So there are very likely to be multiple magic item shops in the city.
I guess we'll have to find. I assume they might have had them here because it is like a piece of like equipment. But yeah, magic makes more sense. Yeah, I'll have to get back to you on what Edge will do here, because with 8K, that's a lot I can do.
Right.
But while we're at this ironworks, can I request something?
Yeah, the dwarf turns his attention to you.
You see, and I like gesture towards Chomper. His bite is awesome, but I want like for him to have these custom, like gold-plated, weaponized braces. I guess you would call them.
Well, like bracers.
I'm gonna say yes.
The dwarf nods and he says, "Okay, well, what would you like them made out of?"
Can you make it out of steel? You can make them +1.
Well, let me see if they're capable of enchanting there as well. Okay. So he looks down. He looks down at the floor for a second, looks back up. He says, "Yeah, unfortunately, we outsource the enchantments. We just make them. We don't magic them."
Oh, it's fine. I'll enchant him somewhere else.
All right. Well, set of bracers for your dinosaur. 100 gold.
Got yourself a deal.
All right. He says, yeah, I'll have those ready tomorrow.
Awesome.
Okay. Any other business here? All right then. So, you guys are then what do you want to do now? Where do you want to look
Cade
for?
wants to go find a place to get a bag of holding. And also, how much did I get for my longsword sale? I
100,
apologize.
150. I put it in the chat. Okay,
I haven't
so
read it, my bad.
you want to look for a magic item shop. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
So you come across a store. You come across a store with an intricately decorated sign that is called the Naga's Arsenal. And it advertises all sorts of magic items for sale.
Can I be with Kate? Because I want to get a bag too.
I imagine you're all
Cade's
together
bouncing up and
since no
down
one said they
excitedly.
were
Yeah,
splitting off.
Cade's bouncing up and down
I'll go
excitedly and
follow
going,
along.
I'm going in. And kind of runs inside and looks up at the counter gleefully and goes, do you have any bags of holding? Ignoring the creepiness of the decor.
Well, of course, says the sort of like flustered elderly woman behind the counter who was not expecting such energy from you immediately after walking in as you rush the counter and ask if there are bags of holding.
Oh, hi, by the way, I'm Kate. Kate says, backtracking politely only, but still looking intently.
Pleasure to meet you. Right this way. And she shows you sort of like a shelf towards the back corner of the store. There are. She shows you 4 different sizes of bags of holding, with a good number, like an ample supply of each of them. She looks at you and says, "Well, how much do you need to carry in one of these?"
Kate stifles a laugh and goes, well, if you knew me, you'd be saying just take as large of one as you can afford. But, a
She's
reasonable
right.
amount?
Well then, I suppose the question then is, what can you afford? And you look as like the tags on each of the bags. The smallest ones are priced at 2,500 gold pieces. The next ones up are 5,000, and then the third one is 7,500, and then the biggest one is 10,000.
For a bag of holding?
Yep.
They go by size? I thought they were all the same size.
No, there are multiple
Pathfinder.
sizes and degrees of bag of holding in Pathfinder.
Can I try
Oh,
to
in
haggle down
Pathfinder, okay.
the $5,000 one to like 4,500?
Items.
Haggle.
You can try.
Is Kat with them? Did Dino join all of them?
Everyone is together.
Okay, so Kat is going to say, so Kat's gonna help Kate and ask if we buy multiples, can we get a discount? Because Kat also wants a bag of holding.
Ah.
All right, so roll diplomacy, Kate and Kat.
Both get guidance.
Hey.
I also rolled diplomacy. Where did my fucking character sheet go? Oh my god.
Goodbye.
All right, so that's a 28 with Kat's
Hold up.
assistance.
I helped.
Still 28. The sweet old woman says, "Well, yes, we can arrange something. How many would you like?"
So there's at least 2. Who else wants a bag of holding? Raise your hand.
Raise your hands.
Yeah, Edge will
Cade
take
looks
one.
at Cat and just laughs out loud.
Dino's not gonna raise his hand. Just goes, nah.
I'm
So
just
you
gonna
don't
flick
want a bag of
Dino.
holding?
Of course not. I have strong.
He's
Okay,
got a
I'll
bag
raise
of
my hand.
dinosaur.
I raised my
No,
hand
flick
emoji
him.
wise.
He has a dinosaur of holding.
I see it. I see it.
My
So I'm
dinosaur
gonna.
holding can hold 500 pounds, and that's a light load.
So I look over at Dream and Edge and go, "So what about you two?"
Edge said sort of nodded his head and agreed a while ago. It just that a lot of people talk.
So that's 4 of you.
Got distracted.
Dream.
Dream.
Yes.
Bag of holding, sir? Yes or no? Kate says, nodding their head at them, kind of being like excited, being like, I'm getting one. Finally, I can finally move.
Yes, absolutely. I'll take one.
Okay, cool.
Is that
Okay.
4?
I'm doing a little bit of housekeeping.
So math. Well, there's 4 or 5 of us who want one now.
Just making sure that Dream's coin totals are right. Okay, so do all of you want the same size? Do you want different sizes?
That one's
How
the big
much
one.
can they hold?
So
Like,
as a reminder, the smallest one is 2,500, and the next one up is 5,000, then 75, then 10,000. As far as what they hold, the smallest one, the elderly woman explains all this. The smallest bag of holding can hold 250 pounds of stuff, and it weighs 15 pounds. The second one can hold 500 pounds of stuff and weighs 25 pounds. The third one can hold 1,000 pounds and weighs 35. And the biggest one can hold 1,500 pounds and weighs 60.
I'll take the small one.
how
Wait,
much
I'll
I
is
take the
have
the
5,000 pound one.
I have a semantics question.
Yeah.
how much
So
is the
the
5,000
more that it
plus?
holds,
Uh,
do we feel all that weight, or does it go into like a pocket dimension and we only feel like we're carrying 25?
Yeah, it's a it's a pocket dimension, the bag of holding. So
Okay, yeah, so
you feel the actual weight of the bag, not what's inside of it.
awesome. So I'm gonna take the largest one.
what are the weights again?
Jesus.
You want the
I
10,000
gotta
gold one?
There we go. I put the links to it in the Discord.
Cat, you want the 10,000 gold one?
Oh, sorry, I thought the biggest one was the 5,000 gold one.
No, that's
No.
that's the second one. The second
Hold up.
there's 4 of them. The second level one is 5,000.
Sorry, I thought the highest one was the 5,000 one. Sorry, my bad.
No.
That's two of the 5,000s and then one of the 2,500.
Yeah, I'll take a 5,000.
All right. So 5,000 for Cat and Cade, 2,500 for Edge,
Take the smallest one.
2,500 for Ursuline, and Dream, small one. Or
Cade is like having a few small tears of like joy just going down their cheek, just being like, I'm not gonna be encumbered anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, you never had to be unencumbered. You just insist on carrying all those
Holding
things.
work in this.
Cade kind of looks around and says, I'm not really carrying all too much, so I shouldn't technically have. We just kind of sidestep using.
Should I deduct the 2,400 you said?
no, don't deduct anything yet because we
Okay.
haven't negotiated a final price. I just need to know, Dream, you want the smallest one or the next one? Okay, so three bag of all right. So three bag of holding. That's what's being purchased.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And Dino's just not getting one.
Yes. So bringing it over to the counter, the elderly woman is totaling it all up. And she says, well, full price for all of this would be 17,500.
Can we get like a 25% discount?
But because you are buying so many of them and giving me quite a windfall of business here, how does 15,000 total.
We're buying 5.
Yeah, so that would be she's basically taking 500 gold off of each bag. So that'll be, for those of you one of the smaller ones, that would be 2k gold, and then for the bigger ones would be that.
I mean, that sounds reasonable.
I will go with that. Yeah, so I'll give 2k gold.
Yeah, same.
I'll give 4,500 gold.
Mhm.
I'll give nothing because I'm not buying anything.
Yep, look at you.
Yeah.
Like a 15% discount, I think.
Actually, while you guys are like discussing buying stuff, I'm gonna ask if she has anything to help for defense.
Yeah, it's a little under 15% discount. So yeah, she says, defense. Well, I did just get a rather large supply of new items in. I only got one set of armor though, and if I had to make a guess at what you do for a living, I don't think it's something that you can use.
Damn it. Oh well, it's worth a shot.
But I do have a range of, temporary things, scrolls, potions, wands. If you'd like to browse those.
Hmm. How's your wand of healing?
Ah, healing wand. Got plenty of those. She shows you a couple of different choices. She has many wands of cure light. She has a couple wands of cure moderate. If there's any other more specific types of healing, you can let her know, and she'll look to see if she
Cure
has them.
moderate should do the trick.
Cure moderate. Well then, I should warn you that these aren't cheap. But since your friends have given me so much business, I can take a little bit off of this one as well. Wand of Cure Moderate will run you 4,000 gold.
Go with cure light instead.
Cure Light, that will be 700.
All right. We can do 700. I'm gonna give her 70 platinum pieces.
Okay, sounds good. You have a fully charged Wand of Cure Light Wounds, so it's 50 charges.
Can they recharge wands?
I don't believe wands can be recharged. Let me take a look here. I do have the page open.
Honestly, that's a valid question because I would be thinking the same thing.
How does bag of holding work in like the inventory?
Just remove the weight, I guess, on it, and just keep the 15, right?
I would.
Or no, I mean like anything you're putting in it. How does it work?
I would
We
say.
just put it in the description.
I would say for organization purposes, like put. Like are you putting everything you have in the bag?
Well, some of the stuff is left with my horse, so I don't know.
Maybe it's something that we should sort out like after Because I have a couple ideas for how it could work, but it's going to require a bit of like organization on my part on the character sheets.
I just kind of, since I'm not carrying that many things anyways, I just sort of removed the weights on mine and just said specify this is in the bag, this is in the bag. That's why it's
Can
not
I-
like
Can I
So it's
sell the
25
War
charges,
Razor?
right?
50 charges.
Can I
Oh,
sell that?
50. Way better.
As far as recharging a wand is concerned, I would say that a wand you'd have to fully expend a wand, and then it would kind of just revert to being like a non-magical stick, and then you can like recharge it with like a different spell.
Oh, okay.
Like you wouldn't be able to recharge like a partially used wand. You'd have to like fully expend it, and then you can put another spell in it. So, that transaction done, she kind of just like shrugs her shoulders and says, "Feel free to have a look around at anything else that might interest you. I'll just be over here organizing some of the shelves." And she goes about her business, leaving all of you to kind of just browse the store yourselves, or take off if you're all done here.
I think I can't think of anything right now because a lot of the stuff that I'm looking at, I think I might need your help with looking at. Because, for example, I'm looking at upgrades for like weapons and armor, and some of them don't have prices listed on them. Not sure why.
Which upgrades? Because I
Look,
can.
just out of just what I'm seeing out the top of my head, there's something called Gray Flame for like magic weapons. It says it's like a +1, but it doesn't say. Yeah, I'll post it here.
Oh yeah. So what that means is that the price is what a. Hold on. Let me go back to. That's not the page I wanted. So what that means is you are in order to add the ability to it, you're basically paying the price of making a +1 weapon like again.
Oh. So
So
it would be like, for example, let's say if I wanted a weapon, if I had a weapon that is just a standard longsword, and I wanted to make it +1, I'd have to pay the 2,000, and if
right.
I wanted to enchant it, I have to pay another 2,000.
Yes.
Ooh, that is expensive.
Yeah, but it also kind of like sets up to allow you to like add abilities to weapons as you go along.
Okay. Right. Yeah, this is something I think we're gonna have to do off camera because there is a lot to go through.
Yeah, how much does it cost to make your weapon magical?
It depends on the enchantment. There's some
man.
that are like a bonus of 1, and then there's others that go to like a bonus of 4 and 5, which are, well, if I'm reading this right, a weapon bonus of like 10 to the power of 2 is like 200,000 gold. It's like the highest you can go. Oh no, so not power of 2, it's just +10, and the 2 is like a note.
Yeah, I don't think anything goes as high as +10 in Pathfinder, but
It's weird because it says here, why isn't. I'm confused because it says here nothing goes higher than the 5, but there's this all the way till 10. It's weird, but yeah. That's just something I'm gonna have to figure out.
oh well, no, the power of 2, the little 2 there, that's like a note below the table. That's not like
No, and I said I'm
yeah,
talking about the +10, but
right.
that's what I'm figuring out there. Yeah, I think this just gets. I think probably for now we'll get rest and sleep because I think we're all also like near death and injured and need spell slots.
Yeah, I think before we head home, we should definitely get some sleep. That's a good idea.
Okay, so nothing else then in this shop, unless anybody else wants to Browse.
I'm good.
Like I said, I'm just going to assume off the idea that Edge has already done his thing because right now it's
Okay.
like 7 a.m. and my brain is not functioning.
Yeah, all good, all good. So after exiting the tower, let's see, exiting the tower, you're meeting with the mayor. Well, your various run-ins with guards, then meeting with the Lord Mayor. Then waiting for the gem appraisal and all the other shopping. I'd say it's like late afternoon by now. So you decide to take it easy the rest of the day. Head on over to the Platinum Pick, maybe get yourself some food, and eventually, some drinks, maybe celebrate your victory, and then bed down for the night. Upon arriving, there is a different dwarf behind the counter today. He sees you all come in, immediately tries to flag one of you down. So whoever would like to approach the counter can do that.
Edge will do it.
Okay. The dwarf looks at you and says, "Here, this came in for all of you. I didn't open it all, so I don't know if it's to anyone specific, but I was told to give it to the adventurers who saved the mayor, is what I was told."
Alrighty then. So yeah, he'll nod his Edge will sort of nod towards the dwarf and be like, thank him, and then he'll bring it over to the party and he'll start to very carefully open it up and see what's inside.
All right. You open it up and you begin to read it, and you realize very quickly that this is not addressed to you. Actually, it is a very short note that says, it just reads, Slag's gone missing. One of his men has taken over his gang, going to Riddleport to sort it out. Come with me if you want. And at the bottom it just says Auric.
Does anyone else recognize this? This was sent to us, but
Yeah, Auric sounds familiar, but I can't quite put my finger on it.
Auric was the guy that you turned to your side in Thistletop. The fellow Riddleport native.
That's what I did. I did that.
so yeah, Edge wouldn't know about this character, would he?
No, this is
No.
before you
I don't
joined.
know.
Is Auric here? I told him I would meet him at Riddleport.
It's time.
Auric had been in Sandpoint all this time, kind of just like endearing himself to the town. You're trying to turn a new leaf, basically.
Oh yeah, I told him to meet us at the inn.
Yeah, but
Okay, so
he
sent me
has
this.
he has apparently received word that one of the crime bosses of Riddleport, Avery Slag, has gone missing, and that this has prompted him to go on ahead to Riddleport and investigate and try to maybe take care of it himself. But he is, of course, inviting you all to come along.
We have the time. Oh no.
Fine.
I see Riddleport. Where are we on the map again?
We are in Magnamar right now.
You're on the far left. I mean, you might be looking at a different map than me, but yeah, Magnamar is on like the west coast. As far
I'm
as
looking at the one at the Varsilia Cradle of Legends map. I see Riddleport, but I don't see where we are in relation.
We are what's.
Oh, I see. All the way
Magnamar
down.
right
Oh,
now.
wow.
Yeah, we gotta go back to Sandport, and then we gotta travel all the way up, going through Curl Woods.
I don't know if
Or
we'll be
we
able to
could
make
take
the
a
curve.
boat from Magnamar all the way over there, which would probably be quicker.
there are indeed ships that you can charter in Magnamar.
I vote for taking a ship.
The ship
Probably
might actually.
faster.
It might, yeah, it might actually be quicker because if you go up to Riddleport and then cut straight through Reddick's Cave, Ravenmoor, Hook Mountain, and then you can make it from Riddleport to Turtle Back Ferry.
Yeah.
And then it goes from there. Yeah, okay. All right, I'm up for that.
I'm down for that too. Should we go charter a boat?
Mm.
Oh, I have to go to the bathroom. So, can I be right back, or are we ending
Yeah,
soon?
yeah.
I mean, I
Is
wasn't
it-
planning. I wasn't planning on going much longer, just because I don't have like everything loaded into the game already for Riddleport. But
Okay.
I assume you guys are.
What we could do is we could. I don't know, Tim, if you want to do
Go to the
this. We could do
bathroom.
like not next week as Riddleport, but next week because people are gonna be missing. Right? Next week is the 24th.
No, next
Well,
week is the
No,
17th.
no. Next
Oh,
week's
next week is
17th.
17th. Oh, okay.
The week after is the 24th.
And that's when people are gonna be missing.
Yeah, 'cause I got tickets for a thing.
Oh,
Could also do
okay.
the boat
Because
ride there.
yeah, I was thinking like I thought we were a week in advance. Screw me for being sleep deprived and sleeping all day.
It's all good.
I was saying we could do a boat over, and then on the day where people are missing, then we could do a mission on the boat. I guess we could do that after Riddleport, taking a boat back to Sandpoint on the day where people are missing. We can just do a side mission on the boat
I
for
don't.
the day people are missing.
Yeah, we wouldn't be going back to Sandport. We'd have to cut straight through from Riddleport to the right if we want to get there like at a reasonable pace.
Well, what I was saying is we're in Magma right now. We'll take a boat over to Riddleport. Next week we'll do the Riddleport stuff, and then the week after is when Kim or Kat is not going to be here, so we can take the boat to where we need to go after Riddleport.
Looking at the
And then
map,
after,
looking at the map of
and then
Varizia, it's probably not like a massive time difference in like going to Turtleback Ferry from Riddleport as opposed to going from Sandpoint.
I'm
I
not gonna
guess.
lie, this conversation is hurting my brain right now. Can we
I
save it
know
for next week?
Yeah, it's a
I
logistical nightmare.
really gotta go to the bathroom.
And go.
I'm going.
All right, yeah. So go ahead. So you guys spend your evening in the Platinum Pick, sort of reveling in your victory to various degrees. Some of you may be more outwardly celebrating your heroics than others. I'll leave that up to you to decide how your characters would role play it.
Sharp sugar.
Yeah, Dream just does drugs.
Yeah.
He's hitting lines at the on the countertop at the bar, maybe even sharing them with the bartenders. I don't know.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so yeah, the little dwarves are enjoying their nose beers for the night along with you.
Good men.
Yeah. As the night winds down, you all think about heading to bed, and some voices in the heads are heard in whether it's out of drunkenness or other vices. You're not sure, but Dino, you hear a voice, and it only says two words to you: wrong move.
Oh, fuck off.
Erzlin hears. Oh, she's not here. She's not back yet. I'll go back to her. Cade, you hear the voice you heard yesterday on the roof of the tower, and she simply says, "Well done, but you've just gotta keep your emotions in check. The trail's off before you can even come up with a response. Dream, you in your drunken and drug induced stupor, you hear a voice as well. It says,
Oh, Jesus.
it's very casual in tone. It just says, "You really gonna have that thing stuffed? May have, may have been evil, but man, that's just feels wrong."
Wait, what?
And yet it's so right.
We stuffed Zanisha.
Yeah. Dino took Zanisha's body to a taxidermist and
Oh, Jesus Christ.
paid about 200 gold to have her stuffed.
That's fine.
Do you have any idea how much I'm going to get once I get back to Sandpoint?
That's
Story I'm going to
crazy.
tell what's his face. It's going to love it. I'm going to get so much good shit.
The voice responds to Dream. Should still respect the dead.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think she really deserved any.
Okay, you don't hear anything else after that. Kat, you swear that you see a couple of lightning bolts appear in your drink.
Sweet.
Um,
Oh, first I'm a little freaked out. Then I'm like,
yeah, you don't hear any voice. You just simply see that happening, and
yeah,
that's
it's like I see that at first I'm a little concerned, and then I think about it. I'm like, and I just drink it because lightning's never hurt me before. So
The lightning never bothered you anyway.
oh no.
Sorry, I had to. I had to. I know it felt disgusting to say it, but I had to.
Google search. No, not even Alexa. How do I give
That made me
negative
laugh.
inspiration? Um,
I had to fuck up something at some point.
what am I missing? Oh yeah, Edge. You look up at the window that's behind the bar, like above where all the liquor is stored, and you see some flower petals flying by, and you simply hear the voice of Milani. She says, "You're on the right path, champion."
Yeah, Ed just sort of sits silently and contemplates that if whether or not he actually heard it or not. It was just, trauma.
Yeah, you definitely heard a voice. You're not sure if you heard the word champion correctly, but
Mhm.
that's kind of just seems from the trauma of your injuries might be playing tricks on you. But at any rate, Milani sounds pleased.
Mm.
Um, is Leah back yet? No, Jesus Christ.
And you gotta go. You gotta go.
Yeah, nature calls. Um, so maybe I'll just hold off on hers for now. So
Yeah. I guess we might as well go over that stuff then. I guess since we have nothing else better to.
yeah,
So
so you
in
guys
terms
eventually
of
go to rest, and yeah, we can talk about what you want to talk
Alright. So in terms of what I have on me, so I remember when we were talking on Discord, the biggest issue that I have right now is one, my dex is shit, and two, I could use a bit more AC when I can. I mean, it's 19's not bad, but it could be better. So
Certainly.
what could I possibly use to even get to that? Because I spent 2K ish to get the bag of holding. So that takes us down from the 8,000 we had earlier to a 6,000, correct?
Yep.
There's
Right.
definitely rings of protection that bumps up your AC a bit. I
Yeah,
have a
there's
plus
item
Alright.
there's
one, and
items
it's
like
plus two.
rings of protection, amulets of natural armor.
Mm.
There's I mean there's some feats you could take at certain levels, like
Yeah, true.
there's like a dodge feat. Um, there's this isn't related to AC, but there's always like improved initiative for dex based boosting.
I guess.
Um,
I'm just trying to look at the armor stuff right now, and
I actually have a spreadsheet somewhere of.
I mean, I had the list here. I'm just trying to figure out what exactly. Hold on, I'm trying to remember. Slick. Unless that actually makes me slippery.
Is this it?
Oh no, yeah, that makes me slippery. Oh, or not that one.
Yeah, this is it.
Shadow Bending, Spell Resistance, Titanic, Wild. I think for now, what I might have to do is lay down the groundwork for anything I need. Like, just start buffing things to like a +1 or a +2 or something. Because as it stands, whatever I have, masterwork or not, I'll have to be like upgraded. That reminds me, my greatsword isn't masterwork, is it?
I believe it is.
It is? Oh, then let me put the emblem on. Oops, sorry. Wasn't supposed to do.
Let me see here. Yeah, because it does have a +1 to hit, but not to damage. So yeah, that would make it a
Ah, okay.
masterwork.
Alrighty then. Because I'm trying to think. Is it? There's nothing exotic that I can get right now, like a flameberg or whatever, is there?
Okay, so the thing with exotic weapons is there's a feat tax to getting them. You basically just have to take like a weapon proficiency feat.
Right, because I remember a while ago when I was playing a ninja, like katanas are also considered an exotic.
Yeah, so there's yeah like a flambard. There's an item called a dire flail, which I think that's kind of cool. It's cool, cool
That's cool,
sounding
yeah,
at
but I
least.
don't think it was fit. I guess for now I might just have to. Let me think. Yeah, I think maybe I'll just have to do the +1s or whatever, and then just compensate as I go. Try to get more cat. Let me think. Would we be able to get like magic rings from the shops that we saw earlier? I have to look into accessories, I guess, as well.
Yeah, that shop that you guys were in before would have rings.
Let me see then. Magic. What?
So you cut out there. I didn't.
I was saying the classification for stuff like rings and gems, or like necklaces and stuff, are wondrous items.
Yes.
Okay. Let me
Well,
see.
rings are their own category. Wondrous items would include necklaces and amulets and things like that.
All right. Let's see then, because I have in my next slot the golem.
Golden Bane Scarab, yeah, it's like a little like
Yes.
pin. Um, but yeah,
What else could I
you can
use?
wear up to 2 rings.
Hmm. Let's see now.
Why? You have 10 fingers.
Good point.
They designed
I
it
think
with
maybe,
just the ring fingers in mind, I guess.
or maybe you just explode from having too much power on you.
Try holding and wielding a weapon with a ring on every single finger.
Yeah, we'll say 2 magical rings is the limit.
I'm back.
Oh, hi. So yeah, I kind of went through like everyone got like a little like mini thing, like the aftermath of what was going on. So
What did I get?
you didn't get anything because I was waiting for you to come back.
Oh, Okay, what do I get?
You get some whispers from Desna, as well as you watch as a butterfly goes past the window above where all the liquor is kept at this bar.
Before you continue, when you said window, you literally like dropped the beat when you said window for me.
Good.
It's like window.
There is a window. Like, so yeah, you receive a whisper that you believe to be Desna's voice, saying, "You've done well, but you still think too much of yourself and only yourself."
I'm getting there. God damn it!
She doesn't respond to you.
No, I just yelled that out at the middle of a bar.
Yeah, everyone looks at you for a moment and then kind of just assumes that you're drunk, and then they just go back up to their business as Dream continues to like do lines with the bartenders.
Thank God you were drunk, really.
He's the life.
Is anyone gonna like roll perception to see if I'm not drunk, or is everyone just assuming I'm drunk?
Assume it.
Classic Ursula.
It's safer this way, realistically.
Someone pour a drink down her throat.
Cade's gonna give benefit of the doubt and at least want to know for sure, but not gonna reveal one way or another.
The bartender hears you say this and obliges as he goes to grab like some like fucking like top shelf whiskey and just goes over to Ursula and tries to just like it's like open wide, tries to like start pouring.
I just look at him and I go, "This is not hibachi. I don't do that."
I look over and I laugh slightly and go, you know, I mean, are you drunk though? I'm watching.
He just says, "Come on, we're all celebrating. You guys saved the city."
Cade kind of goes, I mean, if you squeak that over here, like, I'm not gonna say no.
The bartender's like, "Yeah, see, they get it," and moves over to Cade, just starts pouring the top shelf whiskey.
Cade's gonna try not to die over this, as I just take as much free alcohol as I can imbibe and not become a complete shit-faced mess.
Roll Constitution.
I was just while she's
about right.
Before Cade even begins to consume the alcohol,
I rolled a 4.
Arizona's just gonna pinch the bridge of her nose, start shaking her head no, and like put one head resting her head onto the counter and the other supporting it. And I'm just like, oh my god, I need to prepare.
Cade doesn't drink much before getting overwhelmed at the speed of the pour coming from this bottle.
Just starts sputtering.
Yeah. The bartender sees Ursula put her head down, and he walks over with a freshly cut line from Jareem and says, "Here you go. Wake yourself back up."
You're
Lime?
Line, like
Line.
Oh, a line.
He's been doing sharp sugar with the bartenders for the last like hour.
I'm just gonna look at the bartender and be like, "What is that?"
Good.
The dwarf just says, "Beats me. Your friend gave it to me."
I'm so glad.
I'm gonna ask the dwarf to like put his face like level with the counter like mine is.
He does as you ask.
And I just blow it all into his face. I go right into his face.
Oh, you're gonna die.
You
like,
owe
breathe it
me
in.
money.
The bartender kind of like shakes his head and tries to like snort whatever's close enough to his nose, and he just looks at you and just like shrugs his shoulders and just says, "Oh, your loss." He walks off.
Dwarves are a hearty race.
That'll be 10 gold, please.
No. He gave it to me, not you.
It was mine.
Well, I'm not giving you 10 gold. You should know that I'm not gonna do your drugs.
All right. Suit yourself.
That was your own mistake, sir.
Don't leave your drinks open.
What?
Nothing.
What did he say, Tim?
Nothing.
Because my mom is literally tapping my shoulder, and I can't hear anything because she's literally talking to me as you talk.
I think he said something about leaving your drink unattended, but I don't know. I missed part of it.
All right, well, whatever. I don't have a drink, sir.
Urslan made a
Oh, it
great
doesn't have to
enemy
be
this
tonight.
day.
I'll remember.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right, cool.
What you got?
When you least expect it, you'll be seeing the future.
Is that a raspberry on my floor?
Yes, it is a raspberry on your floor.
glad.
I'm in D&D. Would you mind stopping?
I would.
Oh, you do mind?
Pathfinder.
Oh my god.
Or you might just be on fire.
You know, I prefer Dad as the peanut gallery, okay? Why don't you go downstairs and get Dad? Because at least Dad cheers us on and doesn't just unnecessarily distracts me.
You're very easily distractible.
I mean,
I know what I got and I know what I don't got.
Go away.
Not wrong. Definitely not wrong.
I'm just gonna. Is anyone in this party not drunk right now?
Currently, I'm being very easily distracted because Fiona just sent me a picture of Ember,
Hey,
who
boo.
apparently willingly got in the crate because she saw that Skaith was getting treats for going into the crate.
Hey,
Why
there you
not?
go. That learned behavior from watching.
I'm gonna go ahead and
That's kind of a
Is
win-win.
Rocco eating?
forward this.
You know, it's just
Molly,
just
come.
drinking responsibly, just vibing with Jomper.
No, but like, is anyone in our party not drunk currently?
Just Edge.
Just Edge. I'm gonna go over to Edge and be like, we have some planning to do. I feel like I should prepare everyone for what's to come in Riddleport. But they're all so drunk that I can't do anything.
can Edge roll for what's it called? How would you tell if someone else is standing in front of you is drunk? What role is that for? Like sense motive? Like I don't even know. Perception?
How do you tell if what? Sorry.
Edge would like to see if Ezrealin is also drunk or not.
Oh, that's perception.
Thank you.
The hell did I just walk into?
I
21.
haven't drank yet.
She's not drunk.
Okay, that's a relief. If anything, that actually is somewhat concerning now because she said something sensible. Okay. So yeah, Edge will sort of nod along and he's like, yes, for now I'd say get some rest. Today was a difficult battle. Best we plan this with clear minds.
And how drunk is Cade again?
Constitution of 5 drunk.
Well, no, that was how much Cade could drink before
getting
making
drunk.
a mess out of it. I guess Cade can roll Constitution again to see how drunk
We're up.
they are, or how much that was okay. So
Ah.
I would say Cade's like buzzed.
Okay. I'm just gonna look at Edge and be like, I'm gonna go upstairs and start planning things. Just make sure that one doesn't get too drunk.
What in particular in Riddleport is bothering you? Sounds from the letter that I read, it sounds like there's some sort of gang violence.
Oh, crime lords, general mischievous brats running on the city who steal your loot.
Is it any different from here in Magnamar then?
Oh yes,
Not at all.
Shut up, Dino. You know nothing.
I know everything.
You know everything and then nothing at all. That's why I
Exactly.
Hey Tim, am I able to make like tinctures and stuff?
Tinctures? Are you an artificer?
You,
I think I have to be an artificer to make a tincture.
I mean,
What-
technically yes, because
What
you
is
have brew potion as a feat.
Okay.
I don't know what you're trying to go for here, but
And then it's made by
but
dissolving a
I'm
drug in
interested.
alcohol.
I'm definitely interested.
Can
Well, first
you
I
make
wanted
speed
to-
like a version of speed in this game?
Probably.
Science.
Yes, science.
Yeah, that's the sharp sugar.
Well, sharp sugar. Yeah, sharp sugar is basically Coke. Like it's.
Yeah.
I'm good.
No, Mom, you can't have any.
So I wanted to make right. So there's a couple. Because I wanted to make one for the fever fire in case we're anywhere cold. We don't have to.
Yeah, you have to worry about frostbite. Yeah.
And then I wanted to see if I can make one for the red time, just in case we find ourselves in a sticky situation.
Yeah, I mean,
offering, make them fucking kill each other.
Yeah, it would probably take you probably like a day's work.
Okay.
But
And then also
it could be done.
Fate's hair and devil root. Just kind of wanted to make tinctures out of all this stuff so it's easier.
Yeah, okay. Cool. Yeah, we can definitely start doing that
Stop standing on mine.
probably next
Oh, you
week.
fight my own.
I'll remember because I watch these back to make the recaps anyway.
Okay.
Someone
all right.
please look at what my dog's doing.
I don't have. Oh, hi. I didn't have the Discord window open. That is a rather active pooch. She's a climber.
Oh, bitch.
Okay, she's done. she's done being rambunctious for now.
That's okay. Skate's a climber too. I get it every night when I go let him out to take him outside. He'll come out of the crate and he'll like climb up my legs and then he'll climb over my leg and then he'll just lay down on top
I'm
of my
not
leg.
showing him Rocco. He doesn't matter.
Oh, stop biting.
Okay, so with the drunkies in the group being drunk and Edge
and worried about what's to come.
Edge and Ursula deciding that they want to plan stuff, but Edge likely exercising some good judgment, suggesting that you guys rest first. We'll end here with a rest. Everyone goes to bed eventually, having reveled in their victory in their own ways. And yeah, we'll pick up from you guys waking up and then planning.
Oh shit! I gotta get my stuff. Xenonisha, whatever her name is, I forgot.
Zanisha.
Oh yeah. All right, so yeah, we could say that you take a stop at the taxidermist, probably like before you begin drinking or whatever it is that you're doing at the bar, and yeah, you to roll this back a bit, you show up at the bar with the taxidermy and Zanisha in tow, and
I'll break your nose.
Can we put that in a bag of holding?
Well, I'd have to determine how much she weighs for starters.
She's a large creature, right?
Yeah, I would say
all her innards have been taken out and stuffed. I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's kind of just like a stuffed like husk.
Scientifically, in taxidermy, you lose about 40% of your body weight.
Okay, so just determine her weight and then subtract 40% of that, and then that's how much she weighs.
Yep.
Wait, no, I thought a taxidermist is 40% of your body weight, not takes away. So then it would be 40% of whatever Zanisha's body weight was.
You're right, I said it wrong.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Well, either way, we know 40% is the number.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could accurately measure a snake woman's corpse like that. I feel like there are a lot more elements in play here that we're not sure of.
I mean, you totally can. You can just literally just go and weigh it. Literally just go weigh the parts you chopped off and weigh the whole thing together.
Do we have
Alright, here we go. Average weight of a lamia.
The taxidermy probably did.
Is 200 to 500 pounds. So
okay, there we go.
350.
Yeah, let's go with 350 like my mom said.
I mean, I'd probably be a little more conservative given it was, she's a female. So I'd say between like 250 and 300, somewhere in there.
Let's say 300.
We'll say 300, yeah.
That's still within the light load of Chomper.
It's 120 pounds after taxidermy.
Okay, so then it could go in anyone's bag of holding, but Dino doesn't have one of those, so he's walking into the bar, again, like Hulk Hogan, Feather Boa, like wearing Zanisha.
Why didn't he get one?
Because he has Chomper. He claims he doesn't need a bag of holding because he has Chomper.
Chopper.
He has a dinosaur of holding.
Is the dinosaur trained?
Yes.
Okay then.
And it
Very much
talks.
so, and it can speak.
Yep. Yay.
Only
Speaks
some.
Yay!
I mean, that counts.
So yeah, I mean Dino himself is sort of celebrated by the already drunken bar patrons that are there when he comes back with Zanisha, and then it's expressed to everyone that you all had a part in this, and you know you're all then hailed in the bar.
Yeah.
Not that this needed to be said in the first place, but your drinks are on the house for the whole night because of what you did for the city. And at the end of the night, you go upstairs to rest, same roommate configurations that
Hi, mother.
you had previously. And we will end there, picking up from the next morning being wheel day, aka Wednesday. And we'll start with you guys planning out your next journeys, which could be to Sandpoint, could be to Riddleport, could be to Turtleback Ferry, could be to any of those. And yeah, we'll figure that out at the beginning of next week. So,
Looking forward to it.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought you ate one of those. I was gonna say those are dog treats,
I know how
Mom.
to read.
lots more money acquired, as well as 5 out of the 6 of you now having bags of holding. So
Yay.
inventory management is about to become a lot easier for all of you.
I am all for it.
So until next week, as always, stay safe out there. Thanks for watching us, and we'll see you next Sunday.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye.